And welcome back, Trooper fans, for the second of two games tonight featuring the Lady Troopers and the Franklin Cougars. And some breaking news here, Big Jacob Barone. We do not see Amaya Williams or Maya Campos tonight. You know, Amaya Williams did kind of shoot around in the pregame, and she is suited up, but it doesn't look like she will play. And as far as Maya Campos, she's not suited up at all.
Yeah, and we'll see how that affects the Lady Troopers here, as Maya Campos has done a great job so far this season and really running the offense for the Troopers. And we've seen in the previous games when she's off the floor, the Troopers' offense just seems stagnant and can't really get anything going for themselves.
Definitely, and with the absence of Maya Campos, we will see the start of the freshman, number 14, Abigail Ortega.
As the Cougars win the tip, and number 5 for the Cougars, that will be Fatimi Sek with the 3, and she's fouled by Asha Williams. Sek not able to convert there on the first shot. And not able to convert on the second shot there. Sek goes 1 for 3 from the line. Williams giving it to Dudon. Dudon fumbles the ball there. Franklin coming out early with the press, and the Troopers just throw the ball away there. Cougars with a missed 3 there by number 11.
And the Troopers trying to get the ball to Dudon. She's trying to get the offense going, you know, serving as the main point guard tonight, but she's just not able to even get it past the half-court mark.
And Coach Falk telling her players, Dudon, to just protect the ball there in that situation, not throw the ball away, and she'll be able to draw the foul. And like we said at the beginning of the tip, the Troopers just haven't been able to get the ball even past half court so far. And it's early in the first quarter, but that could be a serious issue here. Anderson now with the ball, looking to drive, gives it to Ortega. Down low, Anderson on the post, beats her defender and able to hit it off the glass. Troopers now score.
And a great score there by Miracle Anderson. You know, I look to see her hopefully being the main breadwinner tonight for this Trooper team.
Yeah, definitely. With 2 offensive stars out, you need Anderson and Dudon to step up, and even Ortega. And the shot falls for number 11, Bala Singer, for the Cougars. Anderson now with the ball. Anderson drives on the left side, and she just puts up a wild shot there. Seemed like she got tipped at the beginning of her gather. Cougars now with the ball. A little no-look pass there from number 21 of the Cougars. That will be Monique Contreras. Anderson looking to dish on the drive there to Alina Lopez. Lopez driving, and she, again, just losing the ball to Troopers. Anderson now with the ball, passing into Dudon. Dudon looking for the dish out to Lopez. The Troopers is not getting anything going. Their only point so far is Anderson creating for herself on a drive like she does there, and again off the glass on the right side.
Now it's just another great move by Anderson, and as we said, you know, she's probably going to be the main, you know, offensive go-getter that the Troopers going to have tonight.
The Cougars able to put in the shot and now hold a 4-point lead, 8-4, 5 minutes in the first quarter. Duran looking for Anderson there, but she throws a risky pass, which is almost stolen by the Cougars. Ortega with the fake and the shot in the short corner, and she's able to drill it.
A great move there by the freshman Ortega to shake off the defender and knock down the shot.
Troopers looking to trap in the short corner there, but not able to complete it. Sek with the 3. Sek bricks it off of the rim. Cougars get their own rebound. Number 20 for the Cougars now has the ball. Passing it to Contreras, who gives it up to number 10, Clark. Caitlin Clark with the deep 3, and she's off.
And the Cougar girls looking similar to the Cougar boys, just relying on their 3-point shot from beyond the arc, similar to that we saw from the Pebble Hills girls a few weeks ago.
And Jordan, you know what I'll never understand is why you come into a game early in the first quarter and start jacking up threes. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I do understand that. Some teams just get the hot hand early, and if they do get that hot hand, there's no stopping them.
Yeah, I can see your point on that. But considering that the Cougars seem to have a little bit of a size advantage, I would like to see their forwards and centers try to make plays inside instead of jacking up 25-foot threes. Olivia Morales to check into the game for Alina Lopez. Morales is another offensive player that's a true shooter for the Troopers that we hope to see get going for the Troopers here. As Ortega gets the steal, and we'll get a jump ball. They won the set.
And the Cougars did have the ball after the jump ball.
Cougars running a 4-and-1 offense, giving it to number 20. That would be Valdez, who misses the 3 in the corner. Morales hustling there down low in the low post, getting the steal. And a travel will be called on Asha Williams. Elena Lopez to sub in for Asha Williams after the travel. Cougars down low to Sek there, and she's able to finish easily in the low post there. That is what I was talking about earlier, Jordan. Like, why not just throw it in there and let her use her size to just put up easy layups?
Definitely, as you know, Sek just using her length advantage there, similar to what we see of Dale Cadetta of the Trooper Boys, as Ortega's able to finish down low and bring the lead down to 2.
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of players in El Paso with such length that they can use to their advantage. Number 10 for the Cougars puts up another 3. And the Cougars not able to follow their own rebound as it's tipped out of bounds by Bella Singer.
Yeah, and as you said, not necessarily the smartest thing to do. They do have Sek down low trying to battle down there, and they continue to just take 3 after 3 beyond the arc.
The Troopers to inbound the ball. The referees are having a conversation. Morales now with the ball on the wing, asking for a roll from Flores. Ortega now running it on the opposite side, passing it to Alina. Alina just not able to corral the pass there as the Cougars force a turnover.
And definitely not a bad pass there, so to speak.
Number 1, Betta with the ball, passing it to number 11. Back to Sek for the wing 3. And she misses, but a foul is called on the shot.
Maybe not as much room to play as the boys had in the last game. We didn't see as many of those closeout calls, and we already have 2 in the game today.
Yeah, it just seems like that might be the game plan here for the Cougars, is to draw the fouls just like how the boys did. Sek able to convert there. She wasn't able to convert on her first three, but she's able to convert there. This is her second time at the line after a three-point shot.
And on a too high of a free throw percentage going for her today, as she misses a second of three.
Troopers to inbound the ball. Morales now has the ball going up against the Cougar press. Cougars faking the trap there. Morales pulls it out though. Morales now in the corner for the three. Morales hits the three for the Troopers, and that's their shooter for the Lady Troopers. She's going to get hot here tonight. She's definitely had the hot hand the last couple weeks.
I'm not sure what that was exactly. It looked like Sek just kind of threw it up. I was just trying to get a shot or a cross-court pass. And ends up being a turnover, will be Trooper ball.
Troopers were down early here in the first quarter, but they seemed to claw their way back after a bunch of Cougar missed threes and themselves converting on the offensive side, just finding their groove offensively without their star point guard and their star offensive player Amaya Williams. Ortega now with the ball, dishes it to Lopez. Lopez with the short corner shot, and she's able to hit the shot. And now the Troopers take a 1-point lead, 13-12, with a minute and 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Great knockdown there by Lopez off the nice dish.
Yeah, and the Troopers are doing a good job, Jordan, of just driving and dishing, not necessarily setting something up, as the Cougars hit a three there. I believe that is their second three of the night, if not their first. Morales getting almost trapped there in the corner by some great defense. Coach Falk and the Troopers are going to have to take a timeout, and we will take a break with you guys here. 13-15, Cougars lead, a minute and 6 remaining in the first. And we're back here out of the timeout in the first quarter with a minute and 6 seconds remaining. Cougars lead 15-13. A little bit of a back and forth game. Both teams turning over the ball but finding shots offensively. Elena Lopez now out of the break there. Passing it to Flores, who Flores just gets stopped up by the Cougar defense and loses the ball. It will be Cougar ball in the inbound. Number 20 for the Cougars to bring up the ball here. Passing it to number 23, who gives it to number 21. And a risky pass there leads to the turnover. Very high for number 1, Beta. Now guarding Duran. Duran keeping control of the ball there. Duran with the drive, and she almost travels there but gives it up to Lopez before she puts that third foot down.
A little under 25 seconds left remaining here in the first quarter.
The Trooper girls looking to hold for a good shot or a last second shot, as Ortega is fouled there on the pass. Troopers with the inbound, giving it to Ortega. They're going to reward her for that foul call that she just got as she makes the layup on the left side. 11 with the three for the Cougars from deep, and she's just off of the front of the rim there. Cougars get their own rebound. 20 for the Cougars now with another deep three, and just off of the back iron there. We are going to end the first quarter here tied at 15, and we'll take a quick break and be right back for the start of the second quarter. And we're back out of the first quarter break. Troopers are tied here with the Cougars to start the second quarter at 15. Miracle Anderson back in the game. She started off hot with her 2 drives on the right side. She's looking to go back to that right now as she tries to throw a little bit of a pass on the cutter to Ortega, but just hits it off the Franklin Cougar leg. Ortega able to get back into transition, forcing a pass from the Cougars on the fast break. Cougars are going to swing it. Number 1 for the Cougars, losing the ball. Now she drives on the right side and loses it again. Number 10 for the Cougars with a 3, and she drains it.
That was number 10, Caitlin Clark, for the third 3 of the night for the Cougars here.
Miracle Anderson looking for somebody on the trap there. Gabby Flores with the drive, but gets called for the travel there, looking for a foul. Cougar ball now. Cougars hold a 3-point lead early in this second quarter after that big 3 from Clark. Clark dishing it now to number 20 for the Cougars. Cougars on the drive, and they put up a shot, but it's just off. Almost get their own tip in there. Ortega able to steal the ball. Duran now looking for Anderson after almost losing the ball there.
You know, a lot of cross-court passes here from the Troopers. Kind of iffy on some of them, almost getting swiped by a few Cougars on the way down.
Yeah, and that's what the Cougars want. They want to force those cross-court passes with their double teams and trapping within the corners of the halves. The Cougars haven't been able to capitalize on those risky passes from the Troopers. Duran now off the handoff from Anderson, looking to drive, kicks it back to Anderson. Anderson with a very deep 3, and she airballs. And it'll be Cougar ball on the inbound.
Yeah, I know that wasn't really a great look here for the Troopers. Still down 3 in the middle of the second quarter.
Yeah, you really don't need that shot. It's not like you're down big. You can still really take a quick lead with 2 layups. As the Cougars now turn over the ball, and it'll be Trooper ball. Duran now off the inbound. Williams looking for Morales. Morales pulling it back out, finds Ortega on the drive, but she just doesn't give it enough power on that pass, and it's stolen by the Cougars. Cougars looking for that outlet pass. 11 fakes, but dishes, and it is another turnover. Ortega dribbling against 4 defenders and ends up turning over the ball there. Clark with the no-look dish to Betta. Betta with the finish on the right side.
And a great play there by Clark, getting the steal and a beautiful pass down low.
Yeah, getting a little flashy there, knowing she got a 2-on-1 break, and again with another steal. Clark having herself a little bit of a game here in this first half as she draws the foul there on a 2-on-1 break. Clark now for the first of 2 shots. She drains the first. Clark able to drain the second shot and go 2 for 2 from the line. The Cougars hold a 7-point lead, 22-15. And the Troopers almost turning over the ball there again off some bad passes. Morales almost turning over the ball there, but Williams able to pick up the loose ball. And another bad cross-court pass, trying to get it to Flores, and the Franklin Cougars are now capitalizing on those risky passes and throwing some of their own. That was a dart from number 1, Betta. Duran dribbling, looking to get open, find somebody open, and they do find number 21, who ends up traveling.
And not Alexis Corona on the travel and turnover from the Troopers.
A little bit of hesitation there, and probably due to some lack of experience leads to the travel, not knowing what to do with the ball there. Cougars now have the ball with a 7-point lead and 5 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in this game. Number 20 for the Cougars, Valdez, passing it to 11, back to now to 21. 20 cuts and puts up an easy floater.
And just some great ball movement here off of the press capitalization the Franklin Cougars have had tonight.
And the Troopers just not seeming to break this Franklin Cougar press at all. They can't seem to get it going for themselves. Just keep turning over the ball, and now the Cougars just have a comfortable lead, and they're able to move the ball, and now they get an N1. Valdez on the fast break there, finishing strong. Number 34 for the Troopers to check into the game. And the Troopers are going to call a timeout. Going to have to figure some things out in this timeout with 4 minutes left in this quarter, Jordan.
Definitely, and Troopers down 15-26. We'll be right back with you after this timeout break. And we're back on the timeout break as number 20, Amaris Valadez, lines up to take her 2 free throw shots.
And she's able to convert the N1 there. Jordan thought it was 2 shots, but she finished strong on that fast break, and Williams trying to put the team on her back here and dribble out of this press. And the referee will call a 10-second call. That was a very fast 10-second call. That may have been the
fastest 10 seconds I've seen in high school basketball. No questionable call there.
I think this referee might need to go back to kindergarten and learn how to count to 10 using Mississippi's, Jordan. That was quick. And a cross-court pass to Clark. Clark able to get up, but she's not able to finish. Showing off a little bit of some bunnies there, Jordan.
Definitely a great move, and once again, another turnover here for the Troopers.
Morales now has the ball looking for Williams. Williams looking to push. Could have passed to Alina Lopez, but that was a cross-court pass, and she understands that those have not been working for them tonight. Morales looking to set something up. Morales dribbling very close to that half-court line, and nobody is helping her. And the referee's going to call a 5-second call on the Troopers.
And just turnover after turnover for the Troopers here, but it may also be a result, a very young team without the leadership of Maya Campos and Amaya Williams. We have 2 freshmen on the court and 2 seniors who are not primary ball handlers.
Yeah, and we spoke about this earlier in the game. Is we had Maya Campos and Amaya Williams dominate ball handling for the Troopers this season, and without them on the floor tonight, the Troopers just can't break this press, and the Franklin Cougars understand that, and they can't even run their offense correctly because they can't get people in place. As Morales drives there, that seems to be their only way of scoring is fast break, drives, and dishes. Valdez now with the shot, and she's just off.
And with a big lead like this, they're up by 10. The Cougars, you can see, definitely trying to build up some confidence 3 after 3.
And we've seen the Troopers in the opposite position where they have such a big lead, where they're basically just running whatever they want, taking whatever shots they want, and that's gotta incite some fire in you as a player of seeing a team taking such deep threes, knowing that they have such a comfortable lead. They definitely have to get something going here offensively to put some pressure on the Cougars. Duran trying to drive, but Clark fronts her and gets a steal, and now is all alone on the opposite side of the court and just gets an easy layup to push the Cougars up by 12. Williams dishes to Ortega. Ortega off the glass there with a tough bucket for herself. The Cougars will take another 3. Number 11 with the miss, but the Cougars get their own rebound. Valdez now has the ball. Valdez with an easy left-sided drive, and she just puts in the right-handed floater. it seems like, Jordan, every time the Troopers get a bucket, the Cougars go and make 3 or 4 more off of turnovers, fast breaks, and they're just adding on to their lead, as you see there again.
Exactly, a perfect example of what you just said. No matter how many times the Troopers score, the Cougars are going to score 3 times over.
And as the Troopers break the press there with some passing, which seems what they need to be doing this whole time, that was just an easy bucket for themselves. But now we'll see if the Cougars can respond. The Cougars with a cross-court pass to the corner to Clark. Clark with a 3, just off of back iron there. But number 21 for the Cougars to put it back in, that would be Contreras.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Falk take a timeout, but actually I'm seeing that it is late in the second quarter now. 1:45 remaining.
And the Troopers just not doing too well with this press as number 22, Ashley Alvarado, and number 23, Gabby Flores to check into the game. This not to talk bad on this press, but the Troopers are really just killing themselves and shooting themselves in the foot here with these turnovers. They're looking to go to the middle, which is a good way to break the press, but then they just hold the ball, allow the Franklin Cougars to trap them.
And there's going to be a jump ball there, and it will be Franklin Cougar ball out of the jump ball.
Contreras to bring in the ball. I've been mixing up them this whole game. I'm sorry about that. But Valdez with the missed 3 there. Now the Cougars are stripping Duran and finding Clark, but she misses the layup on the right side. Contreras with a cross-court pass to 11 there. 11 with a left-handed baseline drive, but she finishes with the right hand on the floater. And again, another bad pass from the Troopers. They just can't seem to get this press broken. When they do, it's off of passes that are quick and fast, but they're just holding the ball too long here, and the Cougars are just jumping on every single bad pass. Number 12, Olivia Morales to check into the game after she just saved my co-host Jordan McKinney from getting hit in the face with the ball.
Yeah, I didn't even see that one coming, I will admit.
Coach Falk directing her players to get to the middle of the court so they can break this press. They give it to Ortega here on the wing. Morales now in the corner with the 3, and she hits. The score is now 37-24 late in the second quarter, about 25 seconds remaining in the half.
Hopefully, finally some offensive output here for this quiet Trooper offense.
And you know what's surprising is I understand that Morales isn't a true ball handler for the Trooper girls, but she seems to be a very consistent output offensively, that she hasn't been on the floor very much when needed. I mean, I can understand she had some early turnovers when she ball handled as the point guard, but you have other ball handlers that can get her open. And we'll be taking a timeout here and a timeout break with y'all. And we're back out of the timeout break. The Troopers are down 37-24 with 17.5 seconds remaining in this half. The Troopers looking for Sek down low on the post with the size advantage, but she dishes it with a nice little pass to number 11.
And a great pass and cut there, executed perfectly by the Cougars.
And Duran almost losing the ball, able to get it out to Alvarado. Alvarado trying to find somebody, but she gives it back to Duran. Down to Morales in the corner, and they just run out of time to end the half.
And we will go to the halftime break. Cougars lead 39-24 here in Trooper Gymnasium, and we'll be back with you after this halftime break. And we are back out of the halftime break. Franklin Cougars leading 39-24 over the Eastwood Troopers. No Maya Campos or Maya Williams tonight for the Eastwood Troopers, causing some early struggles.
Yeah, and the Trooper girls just haven't been able to find themselves offensively and just have too many turnovers in that first half. And the Cougars were just able to capitalize on every single one of those turnovers. Madal is now in the corner with the ball. She had a little bit of a hot hand, Jordan. She made a couple threes when she needed to. And just again, the Troopers is not able to get things to fall.
And Victoria Duran seemed to take a shot in the face there after throwing up that shot. Definitely not something the Troopers really want to see either. Another power player for them.
She's able to recover there, Jordan. But the Cougars just, it's not like they're really forcing these turnovers. It just seems like the Trooper girls are just giving the ball away with these bad passes and fumbling the ball. Ortega now with the drive on the fast break, but she's just too hard off the glass there. Valdez acting like she was going to shoot, but instead drives to the middle of the paint, and she puts in a nice little layup there with some touch off the back end of the rim.
A good take there and just a finish off the rim.
Morales now from the three from the wing, and she hits another one. That's 3 for 3 for Morales. She's had the hot hand from three. She now has 11 points, but it just hasn't been enough to keep the Troopers in a good position to end up taking the lead.
Definitely, and hopefully, just shots and defensive possessions like that over and over again will help the Troopers fight their way back into this game.
And you see there a defensive breakdown from the Troopers. Contreras kind of faking the screen. She slips out of it quickly and drives straight down to the basket, and nobody picks her up for the Troopers. And the Cougars are going to trap, and Clark gets the steal, and she has an easy fast break layup, and she's able to convert. And the Trooper girls are going to take an early timeout here in the third quarter, down by 20 with 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Remaining in this third quarter, the Troopers needing to fix some things still that they just couldn't seem to fix out of the halftime break. During the break, and the Cougars get a steal there again off another bad pass from the Troopers. The Cougars, out of that timeout, they came out with about 30 seconds left remaining in the full timeout, kind of indicating that they didn't really need to fix much things for themselves. As Ortega now has an easy fast break layup, and she's able to put it in. The Cougars now running with tempo here. Contreras with a deep three, and it's just a little bit off. Clark getting the rebound, though, and giving it to Billensinger. Contreras now to Sek. Sek drives down the middle of the paint, but she loses it. Morales with a good defense, and it'll be Trooper ball. Troopers trying to break the press there. Ortega gives it to Anderson in the middle of the court. Anderson looking to drive, but she dishes it out to Ortega instead, who fakes out her defender for the short corner shot, and she's able to put it in there. I'm sorry, correction on that. That it was Gabby Flores. Anderson now with the ball, passing it back to Flores, now from deep. and she's short there. Trying to go 2 for 2 on shots there. Clark now deep on the other side of the court, gets the ball in the corner. She's looking to make a play for herself, but ends up losing the ball out of bounds on the baseline. Morales now with the ball on the inbound, giving it back to Ortega, who gives it to Flores, back to Morales. Morales giving it to Anderson. Anderson basically has a one-on-one. She passes up to number 21, Alexis Corona, who just misses the shot there. Anderson with the rebound, looks to Morales. Morales now for another 3, and another hit, 4 for 4. And again, the hot hand just doesn't seem to be enough, but Morales is having herself a great game from 3 and an offensive output that the Troopers needed. She just needs a little bit of help here, Jordan.
Definitely, it can't be a one-man game. The Troopers definitely look to see any way they can to get Olivia Morales some help out here.
Yeah, you can have those one player kind of games, but when you're playing a team where everybody's on fire from the Cougars, it's too overpowering for her to carry the load by herself. And the Cougars are going to get called for a foul there. Flores able to draw the foul. Troopers to inbound on the sideline, giving it to Ortega. Ortega looking for the drive, gives it up to Corona. Corona now looking for Anderson at the top of the court. A nice little pass and a segment of good ball movement from the Troopers, going from Anderson to Flores back to Ortega on the cut there. Now a cross-court pass from the Cougars. Contreras looking for Clark. Clark with a deep 3. Just rims in and out, but Sek able to follow through on the rebound as nobody boxed her out.
And here comes another look at this Cougars trap here. They're trapping press.
And it's very rare to see a team go for a full court trap throughout a whole game in high school basketball. But the Cougars are having so much success, and they're not really running around the court because they're creating turnovers as Sek makes her 3 there. They're creating turnovers so early in the press.
Yeah, and that's definitely something you don't want to see. You don't want to get going if you're the Troopers. That's Sek, as Ortega is going to finish on a fast break layup on the other side of the court.
And the Troopers are able to find success in the fast break there. They've been doing that a little bit here in this third quarter as the Cougars miss another 3. Anderson taking it on by herself, coast to coast, pulls it out, passing it to Ortega, looking to swing it to Morales. Morales with another 3, but she's just too strong.
And number 11, Emma Bausinger, missing on the other side of the court for the Cougars. Something we see often here in the Troop Gymnasium. Switching from side to side, you either can shoot on one or can't shoot on the other. Just kind of that depth of field as Bausinger is able to finish the layup there.
Yeah, and just another breakdown in bad defense from the Troopers, which is rare to see. The Troopers really don't have those defensive breakdowns. They've been a very good team all year of handling teams defensively. As Anderson now looks for Ortega down low on a great pass and a great finish. Anderson asking for a break, seems to be gassed. And Clark with a beautiful crossover there and step through finish. She's got herself a little bit of a handle there, Jordan.
Yeah, and Coach Falcon will get a timeout any way she can to get Miracle Anderson out of here. Miracle Anderson is struggling to even get back and forth down the court.
And we're going to get an official timeout. Victoria Duran to check into the game. Ortega now with the ball off the inbound. Duran trying to get the ball back. Ortega getting it poked loose. The Troopers have kind of cut down the lead a little bit, now only down 18, but another turnover as Peta picks up the ball on a 4-on-2 fast break. They kick it to Clark. Clark with a 3, but it seemed to be tipped. Number 20, Valdez with the rebound and putback. Troopers now with the inbound, and Duran with the travel, not putting the ball down before she took that step. The Troopers were doing a good job here in the third quarter with the pacing, but as you could see, it gassed their players a little bit where now they can't really seem to get it going, Anderson being that main ball handler so far. Clark taking it on the right side. She's denied by Ortega. That was a pretty good highlight play from Ortega there. Cougars now to bring in the ball after the block. Number 11 for the Cougars just throws up a shot and gets fouled. Number 30, Natalie Tovar to check into the game for the Trooper girls. Ballsinger able to convert 2 for 2 at the line, and she almost causes another turnover for the Cougars there, but dribbles it out of bounds and it'll remain Trooper ball. Corona now with the ball, passing it to Dawn. Tovar with the shot in the corner, and she's just way too strong there. Morales trying to follow up that shot, but she just couldn't get a handle on the ball. 23 for the Cougars loses the ball. Duran picks it up now on a fast break, one-on-one. She loses it trying to cross over from right to left, but just off the foot there. Corona in the corner. Corona looking for a screen from Lopez. Passes it off, gives it to Morales. Morales now on the opposite side, one-on-one with Clark. Morales not going to take the screen there and just puts up a shot.
A great little step back there from Morales, keeping her hot hand going.
Using a little bit of the shoulder check there to create separation. Nice move by Morales there. Pera with the shot. Pera with the miss. Duran gets the rebound. And Duran's looking for her another teammate. Again, off her foot as number 20, Valdez for the Cougars, creates the turnover and scores off of the turnover with 8 seconds remaining in this third quarter. The Troopers are down by 22, and Corona has the ball with 3 seconds left and ends up throwing it away again. Clark takes the shot, and she's not able to finish at the buzzer. We're going to end the third quarter with the Cougars up 64-42, and we'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter. And we're back to start the fourth quarter here. The Cougars are up 64-42. Just want to give a quick little shout out to the Trooper Band and Trooper Cheer for keeping our energies high during this game. Cougars now with the ball. Contreras giving it to Pera. Pera looking for the right-handed drive, and she just beats her defender Corona on a nice little easy right-handed layup there. Tovar with the ball, passing it to Corona. Corona gives it to Duran. Duran now to Morales. Morales has been the hot hand for the Troopers and seems to be the only scoring output on the floor right now. Tovar now from the elbow. Tovar from the elbow is good.
And a great hit there by Tovar, hopefully giving Olivia Morales the help she needs on the opposite side of the court.
Pera now with the drive, passing it out to her teammate Contreras with the corner three. And the Cougars are just making it look so easy right now, Jordan. They're just putting up shots and they're going in, and even when they don't, they create a turnover off the rebounds.
Definitely, as the Cougars have a rare turnover, not something we've seen much from them this evening.
Number 24, Asha Williams. Number 14, Abigail Ortega to check into the game. Asha Williams now with the ball, looking for a teammate to pass to. Ortega comes back to help out. Giving it now to Duran. Duran one-on-one with Pera. Duran now gives it to the hot hand Morales, who shoots from deep. And she's just off the back iron there. Clark now has the ball. Clark feeds it to her teammate Pera. Pera down low with a little spin, passing it out. Good ball movement. Sek with the corner three now. And she hits the corner three. That is her second three of the night. I believe she's 2 for 5 on the night. Duran now looking for Williams. Williams slow off the court, but she's able to get free and just misses on the underhand layup there. Cougars now with the ball. Contreras fakes the pass. Now back to 23. That would be Amarine Davis, who misses a shot. But Pera gets the ball. Now to Sek. Sek back to Pera. Pera down low. Off the tip from Williams. Williams gives it to Ortega. Ortega now on a 1-on-4, now a 1-on-5 break, trying to go coast to coast. Ortega and Anderson kind of been looking like my career players, Jordan. You know, when you're trying to get your overall up and you're just taking it coast to coast, trying to get that Hall of Fame badge. Troopers to inbound the ball. Lena Lopez given to Williams in the corner. Williams with the three. Valdez with the ball. Valdez spins, gives it to Pera. Pera with the fake, now with the drive and another fake. And a nice little move there, Jordan. She hits him with a step through, Euro step for the right-handed layup.
Definitely a great move there and a good finish. As Ortega now comes down the court and tries to answer back for the Troopers, but it will be no good.
Valdez now with the corner three, off the fast break, and she's just off, but Contreras to get a rebound.
And it doesn't even matter. I mean, the Cougars have so much confidence right now. They're pulling from anywhere they want on the court, and they're still getting their own rebound. As number 23, Armani Davis finishes with the layup.
And, you know, I'm not too sure how well or how long this team has been together. I've seen on the roster here that the Cougars have a lot of a mix of sophomores, juniors, and seniors, but they just seem to play so well together. Their team chemistry is just outstanding. As you see there, Contreras so confident to just look past there behind her head.
Definitely, just one of those things that you see a lot of the times with these high school teams where, they've been playing on city league teams for years together and just building up team chemistry.
And I wonder if these girls have played together in city leagues, and you see that a lot now is teams will play on AAU, like create AAU teams and play city league and just build that team chemistry, and when they get to the high school season, their team chemistry is just so well that they just mesh and they know where they're going and know what they're doing at all times. Our boys have their own city league that they do here at the gym in the off season that I believe just creates such a great bond with themselves.
Definitely, as Gabby Flores and Ashley Alvarado will check in now for the Troopers. The Franklin Cougars lead 78-46 in the fourth quarter with a little over 4 minutes remaining.
Alvarado now with the corner three, and she's just off of the back iron there, but gets her own rebound, falls on the ball, and they will call a jump ball. Clark to check back into the game for the Cougars, taking out number 21, Contreras. It will be Trooper ball on the inbound, Alvarado. Alvarado looking for Flores, gives it to Ortega in the corner. Ortega now to Morales. Giving it back to Alvarado. Williams on the opposite side of the court calling for ball. Morales now calling for a screen, hoping to get open on the pick and roll. Finds Williams on the other side. Williams fumbles the ball and it goes out of bounds off of the tip.
Definitely not what you need late in the game here for the Troopers down big, trying to fight their way back into this game.
Clark now with the ball, giving it to Pera. Now with the give and go. Pera fakes her defender, drives again, another quick Euro step, but she just loses it off the pass there. Williams now with the ball, getting trapped in the corner there. Passes to Flores, but the referee will call a 10-second. That is the second 10-second call on the Troopers not being able to break the press in this game. You know, throughout this game, we've seen the struggles of the Trooper girls, and it's really come down to them just making bad passes and not being able to break that press. I'm not sure if I believe they're in the playoffs, but I'm not sure if they'll have a home game like the boys. What do they need to correct, Jordan, if they want to figure this out and get back into a strong, dominant performance for the upcoming games?
You know, I think it's just really hard. I mean, they haven't had to, as far as I know, they haven't had to deal with the absence of both Amaya Williams and Maya Campos at the same time. And, you know, that plays a really big factor into, I mean, their offensive output overall. I mean, they don't have any other primary ball handlers, at least that have as much experience as either of the two.
Yeah, and I got to agree with you on that. Losing those two players has been hard on the Troopers. We've spoken about their young depth and how it's contributed to their great season. But it goes to show that without that leadership that they haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Hopefully this is a learning moment, and while it is the last regular home season game, hopefully this is a learning moment for the Trooper girls to where they figure out what they need to fix, the young players need to fix, and mature so that way they can have a successful postseason.
Definitely, you know, kind of a hard break also. I mean, they lost Miracle Anderson here late in the game, another power player that they need. And, I mean, not a whole lot of output from Asha Williams either. I mean, kind of quiet night for her as well.
Yeah, and just the ones to really step into their role was Olivia Morales. She had the hot hand all game. I'm just really surprised they didn't get her open as much as they needed to. I feel like if she would have taken a volume of more shots, she probably could have kept this game close for a little bit longer and allow Miracle Anderson to get up more breaks. Just something that maybe you need to go back to, getting players open, you know, cutting baseline. You see that a lot with shooters at all levels, is you get them to cut baseline and get corner shots, which, you know, people say are the easiest shots to take is a corner shot because it's the closest to the rim. But Morales has just been able to hit from all over the place tonight.
Definitely, you know, as you said, she is a younger player, and I'm kind of excited to see the next few years for this Lady Trooper team. As I mean, majority of the team are a lot younger players. You know, games like this just build experience and confidence over and over again to where when they're in this situation next year, you know, they have been in it before, you know?
Yeah, and, you know, you have to take this loss with a grain of salt. You do have a very young core that's done well all season. They've had a great year, and this is just a learning experience. You know, they say you learn more when you lose than you do when you win. You face adversity, and you learn how to come back from that adversity. And the Trooper girls are going to have a chance to do that on Tuesday night. And then we'll see what they can do in the postseason. Ortega now with the drive. She fumbles the ball, and now stolen by number 3 from Franklin, who passes it to Ballsinger. Number 13 for the Cougars drastically calling for the ball there, and just not able to get it into her cleanly in the low post there. The Cougars now are going into their depth themselves and bringing in their subs to end this game with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. The Cougars are up 80-46 here in the fourth quarter. Corona with a little through the legs pass there to Ortega. Flores now for 3. She's off of the rim. Number 0 for the Cougars will get that. That will be Isabella Juarez.
And it's going to be a moving screen there on number 3, Emily Meisenbach of the Cougars, and will be triple ball.
Ortega now with the ball off of the inbound. Ortega looking for Flores. Flores now has the ball, looking to drive through the middle of the paint, but she loses it, but a foul is called. And the foul will be on the floor. Troopers to bring in the ball. Alvarado with a shot there, but she is short. Alvarado able to get her own rebound and gives it to Ortega. Ortega looking for the pass there off the dish and drive. Corona now with the ball at the top of the key. Alvarado gives it to Flores. Flores drives on the left side, and she is fouled with the body. It will be on the floor and we'll have a throw-in. And we are back after the commercial break that we took. Morales to check into the game for Flores. Troopers will inbound the ball here. Giving it to Ortega in the corner, looking for a shot. Gives it to Morales. Morales calling for a screen from Alvarado. Passes up the screen and gives it back to Alvarado. Alvarado now looking to go one-on-one with the step back for the three. And she's short off of the backboard. Corona almost gets the rebound there, but Alvarado follows her own shot, fakes the shot, but throws it out of bounds. And that's another Trooper turnover. Number 3 for the Cougars to bring up the ball. Passing it to number 13, Carrera. Number 0 now, Juarez. And it would seem like the Cougars are just going to try to dribble out the clock with about a minute and 17 seconds remaining. Juarez now with the 3, and she bricks it off the rim. Corona now on the fast break opportunity, gives it to Ortega. Ortega with the layup, and Ortega misses on the fast break layup. Number 13 for the Cougars with a shot. And she banks it off of the backboard for the 3. Cougars now lead 83-46 with 44 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Corona now with the ball. Corona giving it to Morales. Morales calling for a screen. Morales not getting a screen from her teammates. Ortega gives her the screen when she dribbles out. Ortega with the slip, and she just misses a layup there. Juarez now with the ball for the Cougars. Driving on the fast break, and she just misses the layup there, but she does draw the foul. The Cougars not able to convert on that free throw, but they do get their own rebound now with 6 seconds left on the clock.
And that's going to be the end of the game here for the last game in Trooper Gymnasium tonight. Cougars are going to take the win 83-46. I am Jordan McKinney, accompanied by Jacob Barone. and hope to see you all on the next live stream. Thank you and good night.